Hello everyone. Thanks so much for stopping in to watch the video. We're going to do a swipe and have a little bit of a play at the same time. And just get you in frame. Okay, so it looks like a little bit more further back. And we should be good. We're going in the wrong direction. Alright, so everything's all set. I can see who's coming in, who's saying hello, and let me see if anybody notices a change that has been made. I'm just cleaning my glasses so that I can actually see through them, because you know that always helps. Right. Get my gloves on to start with. And all right. So here we go. What I'm going to do with this one is we use up a whole bunch of colours. So it's going to be colourful. Like, I don't want to say rainbow because I'm also going to use colours that aren't specifically in the rainbow. But I've got some photo paper here that I'm going to do the swipes with. So, and then we'll work out, once I put some colour down, which would be a great colour to swipe with. Sylvia Rollins, good morning. Hello, hello. So I'm just going to also tear off some paper towel just in case I need it. Because the thing is, if you don't need it, you've always got it ready for next time. There we go. So just pop that to the side. Alrighty. So throughout this video, may you be inspired, learn something new, or simply relax while you're watching. So we're pretty much just going to start by making a big mess all over the canvas. And this is a 16 by 20 inch canvas, which will be 50 by 40 centimeters. You can pretty much do whatever you please to get coverage. Feeling a bit loopy, so why not? So that is cadmium yellow hue. Let's add on top of that this green, which is a mix I do myself of emerald green and cadmium yellow hue, because I like the kind of lime shade that it is. So let's throw in something else now. How about some purple? Purple Lake. All right. So once we get a whole bunch of squiggles on here and everything, we will just tilt it around just to make sure that some of the gaps are filled in. So this is also another mix of crimson and titanium white. Do some zigzags there. And then, so I'm trying to think, I don't know whether to do white for the, let's go with orange. So this is also a mix, and that is of crimson and cadmium yellow hue, because I ran out of my favourite orange, so I had to try and create some. And so far, when I say I've done a mix, they're generally 50-50, but this one, I believe, it takes more yellow than the red colour, so for me I used the crimson to create the orange. Plus, it also depends on the type of orange you're looking for. So, we need some blue in there. And for some unknown reason, that was on the opposite side of the table. Not much left. I'm going to try and shake it all down. And get as much out as possible. So then we have a little bit of Scarlet Lake. So this is kind of just fun and a little bit freeing. Just, oh, I can't even get this bottle open. Oh wow. Just kind of squirting the paint wherever you feel like. And that's it for the Scarlet Lake. Now let's see about, just lay down this darker blue. That's Ultramarine Deep. I see a hair. So what do we think about a colour to swipe with? Black. I only have a tiny bit of gold, which I will also add to whatever the swipe colour we choose. Good morning, Doris. How are you going? Thanks for popping in. It must be pretty early over there. Oh, I have this really nice purple that I made up. I wonder what that would be like on a swipe. So there's that to think about as well. I'm going to go with a darker green. Very cool. Very good. Be free. Alright, so I think let's see how much blue we did end up getting. 5:43 a.m. Oh my gosh. You couldn't sleep. Sorry that you couldn't sleep. There we go. All right. So now let's see about giving it a little bit of movement. Not a lot. I really just want to get as close to the edge as possible. I'm not worried about the sides with this pour, because when it's all done, I will flip it over and pick out a predominant colour and spray paint the sides, or just paint them. So, just trying to tap that to the sides a bit. Now I'll bring it back. See if we can get some of these gaps filled in while it's doing so. Let's bring it this way a little, getting close to that edge. Just holding it with my hand and trying to redeposit the colour. Now we'll go this way, and we're ready to lay down this white colour. So yeah, that's, so the only thing with swiping is that I would just make my swipe colour a little bit more fluid than the other colours. So just separate it into a cup and just add a dash of water to it. Right. Pretty happy with that, as I mentioned. Not worried about the sides right now for this step. So, there we go. Alright, so just wiping my hands off. Alrighty, let's see. Sylvia, you're new to this? How do you know this won't go muddy? Sylvia, I actually don't. It's, there's no guarantee. I've got oranges, blues, purples and yellows, colours that are likely to go muddy. Red and green in here, but because I'm going to swipe across the surface, it's just a fingers crossed really. So where is it? The Artist Haven, Tish, hello, thanks for coming in. Hope you're doing well. You're just getting your coffee made. Nice. All right. So I'm not going to need a lot of swipe colour, because you put the swipe down and then you can just take out from there. So I have a little bit of water in a bottle. Where did it go? There. And looks like there were some thirsty ants in there. Is there anyone in the kitchen right now? Alright, there's no one in the kitchen right now. Just need to quickly grab some more water because the ants have all sorted out this one. I'll be right back. Okay, so cup of water, and so that's in there. So we'll try this one. What do you think? Or the white, because there's so many colours in here already. This may not be enough to contrast it, so yep, we'll go with the white. Which is right here. This is my white. It's the Spring brand Low Sheen Interior White Acrylic House Paint. And I mix it at equal parts with Floetrol. Give it a good shake. And it's in this tub ready to go. Alright. I'm just going to go into this small little cup. That should be plenty. And then just add a dash of water just to make it that little bit more runny. And then I'll have to wash out my other water container and refresh that. So there's my white now that I'm going to swipe with. It's really, really running. And I'm going to add 1 drop of silicone for the whole thing into that. Oh boy. That was alcohol. That was isopropyl alcohol that I just added. So I don't know what that's going to do now. And water, silicone. Okay. One drop, there we go. Stir that in really well. I like to have my silicone stirred in really well, especially when it's runnier, because it's easier for the silicone to rise back to the top. So I'm going to go like that and start swiping now. Oh, I sound like you. Oh, how new to this are you? Oh, Sylvia. So I'm just going to, because I wanted to use up the last of the gold if there is any. Doesn't seem like there is. Couple of droplets of gold around, and I'm going to be using this photo paper. So we will start by swiping away. And I don't have any, I have some paper towel here to wipe it off. I'm going to try and keep a straight line to the edge. I'm not actually fussed if it does taint a little bit and transfer colour into that white. You'll notice I'll put the paper down in line with this line. But so the paper might have been crooked, but I'll pull it straight. So laying it down crooked again, just into the centre of that white line, and bring it down straight with a bit of a wobble and a lift. try that bit again. Down, just letting it rest on the surface as you do. As we come up to this curve, oh, I felt paint on my hand through the glove. So it's not as much as I thought there was. Going to do that bit again. There we go. So once we've done this side, we'll flip it over and do the other side. Okay. Alcohol helps eliminate bubbles and can cause cells in your experience. Oh, good to know, Tish. Thank you. Right, I'm going to turn this around and start using a clean, fresh edge, just because that bit was a bit muddy. And as we come down, make sure I get that last bit that we missed. And this is probably the last one on this side. So coming down, nice and steady. All right. So I don't really want to torch it yet, but we will flip it around and come in from the other side, or swipe out from the other side. That there. It's always good, and through practice you'll discover which you're most comfortable with any technique. So with swiping, whether you're comfortable swiping towards yourself or swiping off to the side. It just depends, and it'll be your personal preference. So I've got another fresh paper here, photo paper. We're going to start down here. So again, just putting it into the white, straightening it and dragging it to the edge. Awesome. Oh, I did get some more paper towel. Alright. Alright. Fiona Art, hello, hello, how are you? Thanks for coming in. I'm new to trying this 8:30 time frame. So again, coming out straight. I find you know when somebody's concentrating when they can't talk at the same time. Beautiful colours, integrate. You're not good with swipes. Oh well, hopefully there'll be something in here that you'll find you didn't realise previously or anything like that. So with swipes, I generally have the swipe colour a little bit more fluid than the rest of the paint, and I also whoops, miss sections. Just make sure that what you're using, just wipe with. Just going to add a little bit more white there because I'm going to do that section again. That you're just resting it in the surface and not pushing down or not lifting it up, just dragging it through the rest of the paint. And with this one, because when I prepare my paints in my bottles, I don't add silicone to them, and a majority of what I do won't contain silicone anyway. I've just added some silicone to my swipe colour, just 1 drop, because you don't actually need a lot. And for what I'm doing here, I'm not looking to create a full canvas of cells. So this should be the last section here. It's coming down. Okay. And off the edge. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of white here because I wiped off too much down here from that edge, just so that it's not completely gone. Alrighty, so I am going to give it a quick torch. So you're good. Yeah, thank you. Oh, it's my pleasure, Fiona. I'm with you. I love to support other artists and appreciate any extra knowledge or anything that people share just through their own experience that I may not have realized yet. So fabulous. Now I'm really only torching because there are some bubbles that I want to clear away. It's not about the cells. There we go. We do have this one spot which has still got a lot more white on it than the rest of it. Like, it hazed out a lot before this point everywhere else. So I'm just wondering if I should swipe over that bit again. Try everything at least a few times and I think outside the box. Someone isn't always needed, just the willingness to try and do something. Ah, Tish, amazing. That's it. But you also might find that the talent that you didn't realise you even had, it was all there all along. So, too fast, Tish? Cool. Yes. Hi Mandy, how are you going? Thanks for coming in. I love it like it is. Okay. Well, I do want to do some extra little playing with it, because that tends to be what I like to do. So you think just leave that white extra bit there. So all right. So the extra bit I'm thinking about involves the back of a paintbrush. Or actually something I haven't done in a little while, the hair pick. So I think that might be pretty nice to run some lines through these outer colours. Balloon dips, I don't know. I'm not sure. It did cross my mind. So while I'm just patting the sides of this, just because I'm filling in time. Okay. I don't think the balloon dips would have a huge effect on these outer bits. Could put some through the center, but then this is still very plain. I mean, the stripes are amazing, but I think I'd like to run the hair pick through it. Would you dip your finger in the middle of cells to create some little flowers? Okay, let's have a look. To use my thumb maybe, because the fingernail's not very long on that one. I'm going to bring you down. It looks like a garden. Balloon where the white is, or the thumb. I need to find some cells that are close by each other. I don't think my fingers are big enough to do that, but well, that one kind of did. Gee, I only just got that on screen, didn't I? Right, got it. So let's try in here. Try and capture all the colours. So this makes them much more petite little effects. Oops, sorry. I just did one that was off camera. Trying to give you an angle where you might be able to see. So just making sure that my glove's fully pulled up. And a space, how about there? And in here. This is pretty cute. Wow, thanks for the suggestion. So when you want really tiny little ones without doing the whole size balloon or anything, you can just use your finger or your thumb, depending on your fingernail situation. Alright, so just come over here. Have you done this, Fiona, before? Alright. Like butterflies or fairies, yeah. I love them too. Geez, much appreciation for that. Have you done it? Do you have something that I could link down in the description box underneath? Something I'm also going to start doing is adding some of my favorites to watch into my description box. It's not something I've actually thought of before unless I'm doing a pour inspired by somebody, and I'll put them in there. But I've noticed that some channels do that, and I thought, what a great idea. So then I can say, if you'd like to see who I watch and get inspiration from, check out the description box. Yes, you have. Awesome. Okay, I will, you can't post a link on here, but I will go to your page and have a look. And share a video. Alright, so then we'll just move down the other end now, finish that one off. But while I'm doing that, do we think we should put a couple of waves through the rest of the background with the hair pick? I'll go in here. Yeah. Oh, before you YouTube. That's all right. I will definitely add a link to your channel down the bottom with the rest of my list. I'll have the lovely ladies in here, the Artist Haven, Dorothy DF Designs, anybody else. So, yeah, so, hey, that's exciting. A few more down here. So has anybody noticed, nobody's commented as yet, has anybody noticed a change on my YouTube? Alright, so I think they look pretty evenly sprinkled throughout. So I think that's amazing. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, yeah. They're so dainty. Absolutely, Mandy. And yeah, Mum, you don't like your cells. So this is awesome. Yeah, well, that's why I thought I better use my thumb because it's probably the shortest nail I have. Just lifting you back up to see the bigger picture. How's that? All right. The change is awesome. You saw it. Alrighty. So I want to add that little feature in around here. So these, if we look at these as being little fireflies, I want to start off and having a tail. Not from all of them, but so if we start with a fine line, so in a row, and what I'm going to do is travel that down a little, but then turn my comb and there's not a lot of contrast there, but I can see it. And I'll bring you down for a close-up. I'll just do maybe this one. Bring that one down. This one from over here, try and get the right angle. I don't want to block it. Okay. Little trail. Oh no, you know what it just reminded me of when I said trail? When a bug lands in your painting and it's still wet and they try and rescue themselves and it leaves a trail in it. Oh dear. Alright. So this time around I'm going to try and turn the whole thing, which you'll see that it's up on a, this is another separate board because underneath that one is still drying in the very center. So while I rotate this one around, it's beautiful. Thank you, Fiona. Yeah, absolutely, Tish. I look forward to that. Actually, I've got to watch, you had one this morning that I'm yet to watch. So this side, this little one came this way. Trying not to hesitate about it, because if you hesitate, so I'm just going to do one more and then that's all, because then that'll make 5. So we'll just leave it there. And then later on, after it's dry, you can embellish the trail with a little bit of gold leaf or something. I think it was this one that put me off, but that's okay. This little firefly was a little bit flighty and all over the place. Alright, there we have it. Alright, thank you so much for your input tonight. If you've enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up and share your support that way as well. And also share it with a friend and subscribe if you haven't already and you've enjoyed it. So if you click that notification bell, you'll be notified whenever I post new content or come live. So let's have a close-up now. Hi Justine. I like the string pull you did on a similar swipe. Yes, and I hung that one up today. Looks awesome. So thank you for that. Yeah, smash that thumbs up, please. Really appreciate that. So, good night, Doris. Yeah, so I'll bring you down, give you a quick close-up, and then we'll sign off for the night. Good morning, Kathy. We're just having a close-up now. So these are these flighty little trails from the little fireflies. Thanks for the inspiration. Oh, you're welcome, Tish. Yeah, thanks to Fiona for the suggestion. So some separate little fireflies. So what we did, Kathy, was instead of doing a balloon smash, Fiona suggested that I just use a finger and dab like the finger in between some cells to create it. And I did some little trails out from the fireflies, like they've been buzzing and flying around. So come to this corner, and you notice the sides. I wasn't worried about the sides. I will paint those a solid colour after it's all dry. So you see dragonflies, very cool. So there's another very subtle trail down there from this little one. So it comes down there. Let's come across and see some more. They look like little fairies too. And this one has another trail. Danced his way along. Beautiful. And back down to there. Alrighty. So thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate you being here. There are several ways you can show your support for our channels. That's sharing them, thumbs up, leaving comments, showing interaction, and yeah, I know I can only speak for myself, but I'm pretty certain it is muchly appreciated from all content creators. So, alright, there we go. If you have to go anywhere, please take care. You like it that way? Awesome. Thank you everybody. And be kind, be creative, and be fabulous. Bye.